Porn stars are in the business of selling fantasy, but reality came crashing down this week with a new HIV positive diagnosis for one of their stars. And that's leading critics to say it's time to do more to control the industry. It's a health crisis with big bucks and lives at stake. The question, can a business built on appearing raw and spontaneous be regulated with a different kind of restraint? ABC's David Wright first looked at this story in 2011 and continues with the latest.
It is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Some say bigger than professional baseball, football, and basketball combined. The question is it safe?
Animals have more protection in the making of films than porn performers. How many cases do there have to be before we take it seriously?
This week, another adult performer tested positive for the AIDS virus. Adult film actress Cameron Bay, who has worked in the industry since 2010, not even on a regular basis. She tweeted, "I hope everyone is well and unaffected and healthy. I'm still coming to terms with all this, but thanks to everyone showing love, I feel stronger than ever." So far, no other actors she's worked with have tested positive, but the industry has temporarily halted all production as a safeguard.
So when you had sex on camera, did you feel like you were playing Russian roulette?
Absolutely. Yeah, you never know how many people your partner that day has been with since they've gotten their test.
Gina Rodriguez spoke to Nightline 2 years ago. She quit the porn business in part because of the fear of disease.
How important is this?
It's very important. I think it's a ticking time bomb. It really is. It's going to get worse. It's not going to get any better.
This has happened before. In 2004, actor Darren James' HIV test came up positive. He spoke with Lisa Ling for Nightline 2 years ago.
I get that call, everything stops. I had the virus, and my whole world just crashed.
So you don't know how you got infected?
I don't.
Did you infect people?
3 girls, and I knew them. I felt bad.
Since then, the industry has adopted some safeguards, requiring all performers to get an HIV test once a month. California's Division of Occupational Safety and Health, the same group that requires construction workers to wear hard hats, also requires the adult film industry to protect workers from hazards associated with blood-borne pathogens. The regulations clearly state employers must provide and ensure employees use appropriate personal protective equipment, including condoms, dental dams, gloves, and eye protection. But those rules are rarely enforced. The industry itself has been rigorous about HIV testing, but not about condom use. That may be partly to do with aesthetics.
The whole point of the porn industry is to see something raw and to see something really sexual. People should be using condoms in the real life, but when they see it on the screen, they don't really want to see that.
And it seems to have everything to do with money. Steve Hirsch, CEO of Vivid Entertainment, one of the biggest porn producers, spoke with Nightline in 2009.
The truth is that when people watch adult movies, they're watching it for the fantasy. They don't want to see condoms. Condoms in adult movies just don't sell as well. That's just a fact.
They say they won't make as much money with condoms, but they would also like to use 16-year-old girls, and they're not permitted to do that. City and county government don't want to deal with this because it deals with sex, it deals with pornography. That's a really bad excuse for not protecting these young people.
In California, the AIDS Healthcare Foundation spearheaded a measure requiring condom use in LA County. It passed in November of last year. Some in the porn industry sued to overturn that decision, saying it was unconstitutional. And just last week, their claim was rejected by a federal judge. But still, of all the major adult film producers, only one studio requires condom use for all their contract stars, Wicked Pictures.
Most of the companies frown upon it. If you're coming in saying, I want to wear a condom, chances are they're going to take the girl that's going to do it without the condom.
There have been any number of current actresses who say it doesn't bother them. Are they not telling the truth?
I think they're not thinking about it. They're thinking about the money and getting work.
It isn't just the porn stars at risk.
If it's not too rude a question, how many people could you conceivably have sex with in a month?
A girl could shoot, 15, 20 times a month. That could be sometimes multiple partners in a scene. If she's escorting, it could be 10, 15 added to that a month, and then whatever her personal life is.
And what's to stop porn producers from filming in San Francisco, Santa Barbara, or just about any place else? Well, some say the law.
Making of pornographic films is considered prostitution in 48 states. So it's only allowed in California and New Hampshire. It gets kind of cold in New Hampshire in the winter. I don't think people would be that anxious to be taking their clothes off in New Hampshire in the winter.
But many say the new measure requiring condom use could simply drive production underground. Already, the internet is packed with porn produced on the cheap, with little or no safeguards.
Meanwhile, the business just moves right along. It's going to get worse.
Gina Rodriguez is thankful she made it out of the business with a clean bill of health. I'm David Wright for Nightline in Los Angeles.